Welcome to the weekly iCarly review on the Third Wind channel. Let me apologize immediately for the bad microphone quality. I'm not at home this week. Won't happen again. But this week we're reviewing the third episode of the second season of iCarly. This week's episode is called I'm Crazy and Wild. Quick spoiler warning, and now let's jump straight into it. This week's episode has two subplots, and our group is split in two. We have Carly and Harper going out to go crazy, quote unquote, and we have Freddy, Spencer, and Millicent trying to reopen the Groovy Smoothie as a business space for Freddy's startup. Let's break down the events of the episode through the viewpoint of our characters, starting with our wild and crazy Carly. After a game of Never Have I Ever with the gang, Carly doesn't drink once, and she starts to feel like she's the boring one in the group. To make a point, she makes Harper take her out on one of her crazy nights out, but is clearly a little nervous about it. After drinks, a party pill, kissing strangers, stealing, swimming in a fountain, going to mall jail, and getting a tattoo, Carly finds out that it's all a setup. At first, she's frustrated and disappointed, but when Harper tells Carly she likes her the way she is, she gets over it. In the end, Carly tries to impress the gang with her crazy night out with a new game of Never Have I Ever, but it falls flat as it wasn't actually that crazy. But Spencer quickly steals the spotlight by accidentally naming his restaurant Barf.
How high does it have to be to get me in trouble? Because I have a feeling it's going to be much higher than that.
0.0.
After a failure of a launch party, Freddy must get back to business, but before meeting with his potential Japanese partner, Spencer has a surprise for Freddy. He has bought back the Groovy Smoothie to use as an office space for Freddy's business. It, however, doesn't take long for Freddy to realize that having Spencer as a business partner won't work out.
I have a work call, and I do not have time for this tomfoolery.
Shenanigans? Maybe. Tomfoolery? Never!
Spencer feels bad for ruining Freddy's launch party, so he buys Freddy the Groovy Smoothie, like, damn, he's rich. After a back and forth with Freddy and lots of brainstorming, Spencer had decided on the concept of his new passion project. A restaurant where everything is on wheels, with a VIP arena with a bidet and a koi pond, and the place is called Barf.
Bar F. As in bar food, bar fly, bar friends, plus we're on F Street, guys. It's the perfect name.
Harper is left bummed after a breakup with Double Dutch and needs some days to recover. However, Carly has made different plans. She wants Harper to take her out on one of Harper's crazy nights. Harper agrees, but she knows Carly and sets up the night in a way where Carly is totally safe. Fake drinks, fake tattoos, fake guys, all fake. She just wants to protect Carly. It ends up being a good bonding experience for the two, though.
It's not about that. I just think that the Carly I know wouldn't enjoy a Harper night out. But that's okay.
Millicent is with her father Freddy in this episode, and we learn that she can speak Japanese, a language that can be crucial for business. Figures.
あなたが若い女性を消費をするとき、あなたは自分自身に言い聞かせることになる。
Last episode we got the holy grail of Easter eggs. This episode, it was simple. We got the Groovy Smoothie back, and a mention of Tebow and his food sticks, but no mention of what actually happens to Tebow. Millicent knowing Japanese? That must be an anime thing, right? There's no way she learned Japanese for business reasons, right? I was joking when I said that Spencer was putting his artistic passion into food, but I guess it was really foreshadowing this episode and the fact that he's actually pouring artistic sense into food. Exciting to see where that will go. It's clear now that this season isn't necessarily in chronological order. This episode clearly follows up episode 1, not 2, which makes sense because that was the filming order. Is this signs of a bit of bad preparation, or is this normal? I mentioned in my predictions video that a dance choreographer was hired for this episode, but it must be for next episode. More on that in my weekly prediction video, along with some other failed predictions I had. I thought this episode was a little bit of a filler episode, not necessarily a bad thing, but only parts of the episode were actually there to progress the story, like maybe Spencer opening the restaurant and Freddy working on his business. Carly has made some realizations about herself in this episode, which I thought was interesting, and we could add that to Carly's profile, but maybe we talk about that in a video coming soon. But for now, that's it for this review. Apologies big time for the bad mic quality. Next week, back to the old regular setup, but subscribe if you enjoy the content and stay tuned for lots of iCarly content during the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.